So I'm today going to take a topic of ratio analysis. What is a ratio? Ratio is a relationship between two or more figures. They are necessary to find out whether there is any relationship between each other. We can find out some qualitative judgments about it. We can find out the operational efficiency of the company. We can also find out the long-term and short-term financial strength of the company, and it analyzes risk and return associated. So there are various ratios which define the different relationships, and we have to find out and analyze and interpret the same, and this interpretation is different from person to person, firm to firm, and from industry to industry. So it is a process of selection of relevant information, arrange the information in a significant relationship, and then analyzing it. So the modes of expression, how we can calculate the ratios, there are four ways. One is a pure ratio, that is in the form of ratio, and another one is into the percentage form. We are going to multiply with 100. Some are into the form of a number of times, like that is turnover ratio, we say it is a 3 times, 4 times, and some there are number of days, like average collection period, it is called in the form of days, or average payment period, this also in the form of days. Inventory holding period, this also we define in the form of days, months, or week, whatever information we require. So depending upon the situation, we calculate the ratios in all these different four manners. So whenever we are calculating the ratios on the pure ratio basis, for example, that is we are having a current ratio, we are having liquid ratio. Okay, so whenever we are having current and liquid ratio, those ratios comes under the category of liquidity analysis. Liquidity tells that what is the ability of the firm to pay its liabilities. So why we do ratio analysis? For liquidity, and second thing is for investment for shareholders, because shareholders they want to take the decision whether their risk is there and whether there is any earning potential in the business environment. But they also want to know whether the firm is having the risk taking capacity, how much the firm is taking risk, that we can come to know through the gearing type of analysis. Then there is a profitability. These ratios tell how much effective the firm is in generating the profits. And the last one is the financial ratios. This simply tells whether the company is using its asset in an efficient manner. Okay, so the first classification is on the basis of balance sheet. That means we are taking only items from the balance sheet only. So then we are having, for example, current ratio, liquid ratio, absolute liquid ratio, debt equity ratio, propriety ratio, and capital gearing ratio. Second are on the basis of profit and loss account. The classification is on the basis of balance sheet. That means we are taking only items from the balance sheet only. So then we are having, for example, current ratio, liquid ratio, absolute liquid ratio, debt equity ratio, propriety ratio, and capital gearing ratio. Second are on the basis of profit and loss account. They were going to take information only from the profit and loss account. Both the items are going to be from the profit and loss account. The next one is on the basis of profit and loss account and the balance sheet. We are going to take one data from profit and loss account, and another data we are going to take it from the balance sheet. So based on that, we are having all the turnover ratios, which we name also with the name of efficiency ratio or activity ratios. So these ratios are going to tell how many times this fixed asset or debtors or stock is getting converted into sales. So while we had calculated the ratios, but the analysis and interpretation of the ratios depends upon various other factors also. For example, economic conditions, future expectations, we are having risk acceptance of the company, the future opportunities, accounting system, type of business, type of product, type of asset, seasonal influence, and the goodwill. I just give one example. For example, seasonal influence. There are some businesses who are seasonal, so automatically in one particular season they need more financing, in another season they need less financing. So automatically their ratios of that particular season will be different from the ratios of the other different seasons. So then we have to compare these ratios with 5 different parameters. We can calculate it with the standard ratio given, or we can calculate with the last year's performance. Now, what are the advantages of ratio analysis? The first advantage